bienvenida, Morgan. La verdad es algo muy bonito que estés en el canal. Bueno, yo quisiera empezar con uno de tus primeros cortometrajes que se llama Subconsciente, que es sobre, yo sé que fue una charla entre como estilo interrogatorio en el que genera suspenso. Mi pregunta siempre que va catalogada con el tema del suspenso es, ¿cómo usted ejemplificó para que al final de ese corto diese un giro totalmente inesperado? Que por mí yo pensé que era, uy, va a ser así, pero resultó siendo otro contraste. ¿Cómo es desarrollar una elixir diferente a cómo se ve en los cortos de suspenso? Lo hiciste muy bien.
Okay, John, first congratulate you by, of course, for your whole work, but we are going to start with Subconscious, yes, a very early short film, and he wants to know, because we know that it's a thriller, and I don't know how is the word in English, it's like an interrogatory, I don't know, how do you manage as an actress to, I know that there is a script, but John, congratulations you and how you develop your character, and yes, how do you create that change, that kind of ellipsis that happens in the short film without doing any spoiler, of course. So tell us about your work in Subconscious.
Which film? Oh, Subconscious specifically.
Subconscious.
Copy. I thought you were asking about something in my subconscious, and I was like, okay, we're going.
But did you want to talk about your subconscious? Go ahead.
I don't think anybody knows. That one specifically was for students, and I had done more work than them. But as an actress, obviously, and it was their first film, and that filmmaker, Pew, she was very talented and she had these great ideas, but also didn't really know how to direct. So it was quite a collaboration. Didn't know how to direct actors specifically is what I mean. But she had so many awesome film ideas and pictures. And anyway, it was quite fun because we were all in a very cold house. And so the idea of allowing the coldness to kind of feel like that was the fear coming in, I actually used that. And as you know, films are shot in so many tiny little moments. So I'm trying to remember back how I did that, but I do remember using the cold to help myself stay fearful, which is cool.
Wow. John will love the translation. John, pues sorpréndete. Es un filme de estudiantes. Lo increíble es que la directora, que ahorita tiene una carrera muy interesante porque también es directora de fotografía y todo, ella no sabía cómo dirigir actrices. Entonces, pues llega Morgan, obviamente con su experiencia, y hay una que usó como, digamos, método. Pues que fue grabada en una casa muy fría. Y usó ese frío para transmitir ese miedo.
Wow, eso es muy loco, es crazy. No solo poder interpretar un rol de suspenso, también ella representó un rol, como puede decir, histórico, como la diosa de la guerra en el cortometraje Titiro, que eso para mí fue como que comparar un poco no solo la belleza de la naturaleza, sino también en representación de dioses, cómo, cómo puede representar o cómo plasmó a través de qué documentación algo tan, o sea, tan exacto como lo plasma en los temas filosóficos, en los temas divinos, todo.
Y yo creo que más mitológicos.
Sí.
Y te envidio, quiero ver ese corto. I envy John because I was reading about, I only translated, but I was reading about this short film, Titiro, and got all the elements that I love. And you play the goddess of war, of course. Yeah. And John wants to know, yes, how do you develop this character? I don't know. Do you do some research about history, mythology? Tell me more about that. I'm so interested, by the way.
No, of course. So in New Zealand, the indigenous people are called the Maori people, and the writer director, she had to help me a lot for that, because it's not really specifically anything in the Māori culture, but she wanted it to be more of a spirit that in the short film, which she tried to make into a feature, I steal her baby from her, and all of the tribe try to capture the goddess of war, but they can't because she is possibly not real. And what's actually being stolen is maybe her actual baby, but it wasn't really clear to me because I was only on set for one day. But I do remember specifically her and I really kind of being like, make this your own, because it isn't anything, you're not drawing on anything, so what do you want to do? And there was a lot of heavy breathing, like, which was really very out of my comfort zone, because I actually booked that through my modeling agent when I used to do photo shoots and runways, so it was very different. But I really enjoyed it.
Now you made me wish to see it more, because I really love all the Maori culture.
I know. I wish that it got made into a feature. That would have been amazing. And I really hope, hopefully, now that, we're moving past the pandemic, maybe she'll try again. Yeah.
Jhon, vaya, sorprendido, deseo verlo, porque no sabía que era un corto sobre la cultura maorí. Acá hay un caso increíble, porque ella solo estuvo un día en el rodaje y pues técnicamente en la trama ella cerró un bebé, pero ella nunca supo, o sea, ella grabó su escena y ella nunca supo por qué sucedía eso. Obviamente sabemos que la que dirige también actúa y todo, Chelsea Graham, dice que para ella fue una experiencia, se salió de su zona de confort, porque recordemos que Morgan era modelo. Y acá pues sabemos bien que es un rol que se hace en la naturaleza, es muy agreste de hecho. Entonces dice que eso le permitió incluso salir de esa zona de confort, y pues la quiero ver más aún porque amo la cultura maorí, y crucemos los dedos, que sea un largometraje. Yo quiero que sea un largometraje. Yo quiero. We want that be a full movie. No, because I really love when cultures, when the countries showcase their cultures. And maybe it can be nominated to an Oscar. Remember, Colombia, we only got one movie nominated, The Embrace from the Serpent, and it's from our indigenous.
Right, which is so amazingly interesting, especially if she was able to make it international. Like, that one's so cool.
Ok, bueno, mi primer pregunta va por un musical que se llama Rent, en donde Morgan interpretó a Mimi Márquez. Y bueno, quiero que nos hable de la experiencia de haber participado en este musical y, en su opinión, ¿cuál es el futuro de los musicales? ¿Cómo lo ve ella?
Okay, this is a great question, because we also know about your background in theater, and you do the character from Mimi in Ren, and we know that Ren is huge everywhere. So how do you see, in all perspective, the future of musicals? But I want to know about doing musicals, because I want to ask you, you did it in which country do you present that the musical? No, yeah. Tell me.
No, New Zealand.
Wow.
Yeah. So if, first of all, let me tell you guys, that was my dream role. When I first saw that musical, I was like, I'm going to be her. I'm going to play her. That's my role. Oh my gosh. But then I remembered, or realized, and came out of the small town New Zealand and realized I'm not Spanish or Black. Mm-hmm. So I'm probably never going to book that role. But I still auditioned, and the director obviously wanted to go with those ethnicities, but in New Zealand there's not so many people auditioning, and it ended up being between me and an Indian girl, and he just went with the one that he wanted. So I was very blessed to be able to play that role. It was a dream, and I'm so lucky. Now your question was not even about that. I just wanted to say, so you're asking me about what do I think the future of musicals are? Is that the question?
Is that the question from Cesar? But I really love your answer. You can continue talking. I'm fun. Yes, I really enjoy everything you say. But go ahead.
No, I don't remember. Sorry, I apologize. I don't remember what the question
Yes, the future
I'm
from
so
musicals.
excited to talk about Rent.
No, please tell us more about Ren. And the question is about the future from musicals. But in fact, if you continue talking about Ren, I will tell you two things about people that have been on the channel. Si John me da permiso, es que quiero que ella nos cuente, es que ella está emocionada porque es el papel que ella más amó.
Sí, que nos siga
Dale,
platicando más.
César,
Sí.
César said that. Go ahead, keep continue talking about Ren. Don't worry about his
Okay. Well, it was just an amazing opportunity. The director actually, we went to the AIDS Foundation in New Zealand and met people who had AIDS and people who had lost people who had passed away, and it was incredible to meet these people and realize that how much more strength that they need to be able to just live their everyday life, and how much love they have. And that's why I actually just recently watched Tick Tick Boom, the one that just came out, and it was just so good, and I felt like so in love, and I totally cried at the end. And I'm not usually someone to cry in movies, and because I'm quite often watching the acting or whatever, but I really got lost in that one just because I think I have such a soft spot for, you know, Jonathan Larson and Rent, and I definitely became a family with the cast, which I know everyone says for musicals, but we still talk regularly to this day, and I'm pretty sure I did it in 2016. So yeah, best friends now.
Sometimes I forgot that it was 6 years ago. No, let me tell you this thing. What a beautiful answer. And I really want to share two things about the channel. First, when you answered your first question, I noticed that the thing that you did with the call is a very theatrical maneuver because we got one actor here that is called Nelson Camayo. He's crazy. He play in movies one play that he made like 2,000 times.
Yes.
And he made it on, I don't know how on a mountain. It's not a mountain, but very, very cool. And it's crazy because it got a set scene and they use all the, but I won't tell you the play. It's like two enemies loving each other.
Yeah.
And all that call made them feel all that rage, but also all that, it's crazy. Because he tell me, we were like bare naked, but outside was like 0 degrees. And two, how small and beautiful is the world. We got here Jaime Lozano. He appeared on Tit Tit Boom, by the way. And he also made the music, the orchestra from In the Heights. And he tell me something, he tell us something similar, like when I was in New York, I went to a play and it was in the Heights, and now I'm working in the Heights, and he tells us everything. Oh my God, I really love how loving son are. And no, it's a beautiful question answer, and I want to share you that because
I love that. And I mean, it's very some people think it's a bit wishy-washy about manifestation and truly believing in but I do think it really works. If you want something and you do everything you can towards it and you keep putting it out there, it's going to come back around to you in one way or another, which I think is really cool. And I'm so glad that he got to do that. That's beautiful.
Bueno, mi siguiente pregunta va por un cortometraje que se llama Mother's Day. Ahí Morgan, ella escribió, lo dirigió y lo produjo, entonces estuvo en las áreas principales de ese cortometraje. Quiero que nos hable de la experiencia porque estuvo en esas áreas y si tuvo algún crecimiento o cambio como actriz después de haber estado involucrada como guionista, como directora y como productora.
Morgan, you're like a triple threat because you acted, directed, wrote Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And by the way, we want to ask you a favor. Jhon watched it. Then I don't know, it disappeared from the net. We wanna found it, ¿cierto? Queremos volverlo a ver, ¿no? Entonces le voy a decir que lo vuelva a conseguir. But before you do that favor, doing this, acting, directing, writing, make you grow as an actress later?
100%, like hands down. anything that you can do around acting, whether it's directing or casting or anything, you know, camera, you're always going to learn, because you'll see what other people are doing, and whether you take that on board as like, wow, that was amazing, I'm going to totally steal that idea, or oh, I'm so glad that I haven't done that before and now I know that it just doesn't work, or things like that. 100%. And Mother's Day was more of like a fun thing. It's on my Instagram if you want to check it out. It's just a little 1 minute like thing that I did with my friend. We were lying down in the sun and we were just like, let's make our own work. There's not enough auditions. We're kind of bored. Let's do something for Mother's Day. And so we made this silly comedy little thing. And I don't often do comedy, so it was really fun to do that, and I ended up directing it, and Risa was producing, and she kind of co-directed, which was fun. Yeah,
don't worry, I got like we call it film minutos, and I know how difficult it is to do a film minute. And yes, is in your Instagram?
Yeah, it's just scroll down a bit. I think we did it, oh gosh, maybe 2 years ago. I can't remember. So it'll be in there. It's like we're both wearing pink shirts.
Ok. Chicos, busquen en el Instagram. Eso fue un post de hace 2 años. Y donde vean las camisas rosadas, es eso. Es un film minuto. Y dice que claro que sí, la hizo crecer 100%. Pero es muy bacano porque fue como que se reunieron entre, así como que este equipo. Y dijeron, hagamos algo para el Día de las Madres. O sea, pero fue... Yo le dije que pues que como pues hemos hecho Filminutos, sabemos lo difícil que es, o sea que fue un proyecto espontáneo, pero mira qué locura, porque el proyecto espontáneo es muy bueno. Jhon, yo sé que tú lo viste, entonces nada, toca buscarlo en Instagram. Continúen César y Jhon, que yo le estoy preparando algo a Morgan.
De hecho, yo quiero preguntarle sobre, es que hay un filme que se llama La Trapecista, que la verdad me pareció muy interesante porque la manera en cómo se ejerce, o sea, te explico. En Vimeo estuvo disponible unos días, luego ya es rentable ahora, pero yo alcancé a aprovecharlo y créame que la manera en cómo la psicología plasma de la trapecista, de que es una directora que trata de darle como mucha negatividad a la trapecista para que genere un poco de tensión. Y no, solo el personaje no es la trapecista, sino una de las que hace parte. Yo quiero preguntarles qué tanto es importante para que la película genere como que tensión y emoción cuando vean las personas que practican ese deporte, qué tanto les puede ayudar, en qué sentido, desde, no sé, desde lo más humano, desde el tema de mejorar, como actriz, cómo implementó eso.
Voy a hacerla, pero no solo las personas que practican eso en general.
Sí.
Okay, Jhon is a lucky one because he watched the Aerialist before it was because it was like free on Vimeo. Now it's on demand.
Yeah.
And yes, how do you develop this character? And the question is more like when somebody watch this, not only an Aerialist but one person, how this project can help that person to overcome all the difficulties like your character did in that movie.
Yeah, so that one was the very first booking that I made when I moved to America. So that one has such a soft, like, special part in my heart. And Ned Farr, the director and writer, and Drea Weber, the producer and lead actress, are just the most amazing people, and I love them so much. Drea is the aerialist to the stars, so she teaches aerials for, you know, Pink, Cher, I'm trying to think of the other ones right now, Taylor Swift, the Magic Mike show in Vegas and in Germany and in Australia. Like, she's amazing, right? And she gave us 2 weeks personal training for the aerials with the silks, and I'd never tried them before. Totally lied in my audition and said I'd done it, but you know, that's what we do. We'll give it a go. And it turns out I was pretty good at it because I had to do it in the callback. Pulled my hamstring, But more specifically, the character was really fun. Like her name is Runa, which actually means secret. And without spoiling the movie too much, Runa is a character who is there as a journalist, trying to do an interview for the Jane character and which is Drea's character, for this touring show, which is actually about a real pop star. Just a little insider knowledge, but you know, with some flourishments around. But it was really fun because there's a secret that Runa is holding on to, that everything affects her much deeper, but you think it's weird, the things that she's doing, because she's just a journalist. Like, why is she so obsessive? And you do find out towards the end of the movie. And it was really nice exposing that secret, because the longer I knew Drea, the more I fell in love with her as a human. So the final scene was very easy to act because I just loved her so much. And I won't talk too long because I know you have to translate that back, but yeah.
Wherever you want. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, so it was great. It was just very collaborative again, and the director kind of just let us play, and then he would just kind of mold it, which was great. It was a dream, and I really hope that I get to work with them again. And I think we should all give Aerials a go. Come on, guys, let's get upside down in the silks.
But the net that had to hold me, it had to be very tight because I'm a little fatty. But
No.
well, it will be great. No, I want to tell you some trivia before I translate.
Yeah.
I remember I interviewed an actor called Artur Nazareth, and he worked with Tracy Torres, and Tracy Torres is one of the play she played. I will tell you the role that she played on Rent, because she
I know
a version.
is, yeah.
Yes, and she played Jhon. She played Jhon in one version that they did in Hollywood Bowl. So it's like a coincidence. And no, if I don't say this, a friend of yours, a friend of all of us, sorry, was here. Ron Kelly was yesterday in the channel, and we say to him, tomorrow we will talk with Morgan. Oh, Morgan.
Wait,
Yes.
Ron from Australia?
Yes, Ron Kelly was
so funny.
here on the. I know that you worked on Road from Boston.
Yes.
I will translate, and whatever you want to say about the experience working with him, save it. I will translate.
Yes, I will.
Listo, ya chicos, ya les dije que nos hable pues de su experiencia en Road to Boston con Ron. Yo sabía que le iba a sorprender. También le conté que claro, ¿no? Aquí hablamos con Artur Nazareth y él trabajó con Tracy Torres, y Tracy Torres hace el papel de Jhon en Ren. Y nada, pues sorpréndanse.
Que nos cuente.
Ella le tocó literal mentir, porque ella había dicho que sí, que sabía ser trapecista. O sea, literal ella aprendió desde cero. Lo increíble es que la persona que está ahí, o sea, la que hace el papel de la dura, sí, es la que le ha enseñado trapecismo. O sea, todos estos grandes shows que hacen acá, sí, las estrellas del pod. No son las estrellas del pod, por ejemplo. Ella le ha enseñado, por ejemplo, a Taylor Swift, pero también, por ejemplo, hizo muchas de las maniobras de Magic Mike. O sea, a ver, hello. O sea, es una dura, es la dura. En eso, ella fue como que la actriz, la protagonista, pero también la maestra, y fue un proceso muy brutal, porque así como el personaje de ella, Runa, que significa, si no me equivoco, what does it mean, Runa?
Secret.
Secret, que significa secreto. Así como Runa iba desarrollando ese secreto, que yo sé que tuviste la película, ella también lo iba desarrollando. O sea que fue una historia como de superación de entre ambas, por así decirlo.
Wow.
Y pues nada, dice que nos recomienda practicar trapecismo. Yo dije que en mi caso yo tendría que tener una red muy bien tensa, porque pues si yo me caigo sería muy difícil. Pero no, es una locura. Y ella dice, y aquí cruzo dedos, ella quiere volver a trabajar en un proyecto con Netflix, y ojalá, porque, o sea, esta película es muy bella. Sí.
Netflix.
We are Netflix. If you are watching this, please call Morgan again. And if you want to be on the
call me.
And if you want to be on the channel, okay, go ahead. You're welcome. Now tell us about your experience working with your friend Ron in that project.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, This one was a dream. I got to fly to Korea, which was amazing, twice. I played Smedley, and Smedley is, I'll do it in an American accent for you. Smedley is the Chief Physical Education Officer of the American military. So that was a really cool title. When I got that, when I auditioned through a self-tape and then they chose me, I was like, wait, what? I'm going to Korea? Like, it was amazing. Everyone in South Korea is just so friendly and just wonderful. And I had a translator that was around with me all the time. I'm sorry if you can hear scratching. I am dog sitting and there's two little puppies like trying to get in right now. So sorry about that. Yeah, and when I met Ron, he came on, I think he was on 2 or 3 days that I was on. And it was freezing there. It was very cold. So we as soon as we saw each other, it was like family. We were like, oh, an Aussie and a Kiwi, we're connecting, and we both spoke English. So of course we were like, okay, now we can sort of like, you know, have a conversation and be like, what do you think? Like, where are you going to go visit and things like that. But the director was incredible. And I was told by my translator that he's like the Steven Spielberg of South Korea. And the lead actor is like the Tom Cruise of South Korea. So I felt extremely honored to be the female lead in that film, which has not come out yet. It was supposed to come out at the beginning of 2020, but they want a proper theatrical, like red carpet release. So they have postponed it, even though it seems to have been released in Australia, but I don't think it was released. That might just be a Internet Movie Database kind of muck up, but I am so looking forward to that coming out. And hopefully I get to go to Korea for the red carpet.
I'm starting to also love and hate myself. I will tell you why I hate myself and then why I love. Yesterday, it was crazy because Ron connected, but it was the first time like for schedules, or you know, time schedules that we did an interview with people that they were totally opposite in their works. So it was like, oh my God, what is doing Ron here and what is doing Jim Blalot here? And I didn't get the time because I was preparing for the other guests. I didn't know about that Ron is going to be here. And so I don't ask it about this. Now, why I hate myself, not only for not asking it, but because I was reading about the director and he is the director of my favorite movie all time. He did Taiguchi. Jake, you can, yes, you are totally right. He's like the Spielberg from there. Oh,
he's amazing. He's just so good. He really is.
And I wanna, okay. I feel so happy today that I got a second chance to ask this because yesterday was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, if you can do me the favor, I know to tell that JQ.
I believe it's Kang Ji-kyu.
If you can tell it Kang Ji-kyu that my favorite movie of the time is Taiguchi.
Okay.
Please, chicos, and I will translate. Estoy muriendo, ¿cómo es? Me estoy odiando y a la vez amando. Le conté, pero bueno, primero contemos, es que no, tengo que ir desde atrás adelante. Jhon, es que Road to Boston, que no ha salido, por cierto, que creo que se va a estrenar primero en Australia y es una coproducción entre Australia y Corea, grandísima, o sea, nada más si tiene a Morgan y a Ron y a todos estos actores que hay allá en Corea. Es del mismo director, y Jhon, si te digo, es que tú no te acuerdas, tú te acuerdas es de la película, pero en español, no en coreano. Es el mismo director de Lazos de Guerra, de la Hermandad de la Guerra. Esa película totota. La de los hermanos que uno se va para Corea del Sur y el otro para Corea del Norte y ambos combaten en la guerra. Esa película es mi favorita.
Morgan, yo quisiera saber sobre David Triangle. Vea que me hizo explotar la cabeza. Habla sobre una de las pocas películas que habla el tema del Triángulo de las Bermudas. Sabemos muy bien todo ese tema misterioso que en el filme no se dan. Por lo que sí le quiero hacer esta pregunta que dije, ojalá, y es, ¿qué tan importante es como que la creatividad y lo que se puede llegar a poder entender un poco más allá sobre esos temas de conspiración, de misterio? ¿Crees que esto sea un argumento importante para que la gente diga, "Ah, ya comprendí esto, puede ser que la película transmita una manera de saber un poco más del contexto de la historia y si le gustaría participar en todo este tipo de historias"?
Espero que diga que sí. Morgan, before I translate the great question that John got about Davis Triangle, again, I'm feeling idiot. Yes, John Wuha, I don't remember the name, but he's the one that appears in The Handmaiden and Time. Oh my God, so many talent. I'm still amazed that you, Ron, and these amazing people from Korea get together.
I know, I'm amazed. I was so like,
no, you deserve it.
Blown away that I booked it. So, oh, thank you. You're so sweet.
You can talk to him and say, I love it in time.
I will.
Oh, no, but please tell us first, because John, Devil Strangle blows the head from John, cabeza, ¿cierto? And he wants to know that doing this kind of project, conspirations, and you think that this project, okay, the first question, do you think that this project and the role that you made it can, get the attention from people that are raving about these crazy theories, conspiracies? And second, please, the answer may be yes. Do you want to keep doing projects about these kind of subjects?
This one specifically, my friend Brendan was directing. So he contacted me and was like, audition for my movie. And I was like, okay. And I had so much fun because of the pandemic, like there hadn't been a lot of work going on. And I was like, I want to do a fun movie about like Atlantis. So, and he gave me like a badass role. I had a grenade launcher and like I was running around, and she's super intelligent. I played a marine biologist. So it was really fun. I would love to do more sci-fi type. Yeah, right? How cool. It would be so cool. Especially if it was a TV series, because then you really get to delve into like and do like a bunch of experiences of the character, rather than just like the one overarching movie and then it's done, because then I'm sad because you just got to do that small amount. But yeah, I would definitely do more sci-fi kind of action roles. I'd love to play a superhero or a villain one day.
Thank you, John. Puedes morir en paz. Sí, desea hacer más de este tipo de proyectos. Espera que sea una serie. Es más, yo creo que tú quieres ver una serie de Devil Triangle. Ella aceptó este proyecto y fue una locura, porque ella hasta al principio como que, ¿será? Pero como fue la pandemia, o sea, es un proyecto que se hizo entre la pandemia, lo que es una locura. Ella aceptó porque es amiga del director. Obviamente tú sabes ahí que ella tiene las armas, está súper armada, la dura, la tesa del paseo, y le cambió el parecer al punto que dice que sí. Sí, que ella tal vez lo ve, no sé si ve el tema de las conspiraciones como que, bueno, esto es una idea del director, entonces yo respeto eso, pero dice que sí el tipo, y tú lo comprobaste, que es un guión buenísimo, inteligente, yo creo que es el tipo de guiones que ama, y pues we wish that you also made a full series about, with the Devil's Triangle, sorry.
I had this one audition once where I wanted it so badly, and it still hasn't been made, so maybe I will. But it was like Mad Max meets like sci-fi kind of like alien-esque type thing, and I played the lead, like I would have if I booked it. I didn't book it. It's just an audition. But I think they ran out of funding, but hopefully they get some funding so I can book it. But it was a character where she was the lead female henchman and the only one with brains. So she's running around like trying to capture this girl because she's got like a map to something or something like that. And all of her dumb henchmen guys keep getting killed left, right, and center. And she's the one that ends up like capturing the girl. And then she has this gruesome death, and it would be really fun.
Please put her. John, tenemos que cruzar los dedos, y también César.
Message the guy on Instagram and be like, hey, are you still doing that movie?
Ella audicionó un proyecto, fusiona, imagínate fusionar más con The Alienist. Ella sería como la protagonista, la que tiene que literal como que rescatar a la chica, por así decirlo. O sea, se cambian los roles. Y liberarla de nuevo como para que... Y que ella patea traseros, mata a los tipos. ¿Cuál es el problema? No que si le dan o no le dan el rol, es que se quedaron sin dinero. Pero necesitamos, o sea, me refiero a hacer toda la fuerza, porque se imagina Morgan, o sea, a usted le gusta Alienist y obviamente Mad Max, imagínense en algo Mad Max, pero así con conspiraciones. No. Bueno, no, sigan, chicos, no sé si tienen más
Bueno,
preguntas o
yo
no.
le dejo a César la última pregunta, por favor.
Dale, César.
Bueno, esta pregunta la hago más como un fanático porque Morgan apareció en un capítulo de los Power Rangers Ninja Steel y pues yo soy fanático, yo amo a los Power Rangers y pues bueno, nada, si nos puede platicar cómo fue la experiencia de haber participado en esta serie, si también es fan de los Power Rangers.
Okay, Morgan, we know that you made a little appearance in the Power Rangers, but we are in Latin America, we are crazy. In fact, we got the loot to have Jad Guzman. Jad Guzman is from Wild Force and he's from Colombia. But if you want to tell us about this, more from the fans, I know that was a small appearance, but if you can please the fans from the Power Rangers series,
Yeah.
tell us.
Of course, yeah. So Power Rangers is actually shot in New Zealand, and it always has been, which is really cool. I don't think many people know that. And they usually shoot 2 seasons a year. So I've actually auditioned for the Yellow Power Ranger twice. But both times it went to an American that they flew in for the job. But they always give New Zealanders a try, and some of them have played before. More specifically, I was actually in Los Angeles meeting with managers and agents and taking classes when I booked the role, but I didn't even audition. They actually just offered it to me because I'd auditioned for them before, and I guess that they remembered me. So I felt very special to be able to kind of be traveling and working and then receive a role before I hadn't even auditioned. So I flew back and shot it like within 3 days, and that was really cool. But it's really awesome, the Power Rangers crew and the sets and the cool costumes. And yeah, I was only on set for 1 day, but my friend Geordie was the Power Ranger at that time. I think I want to say he was the Gold Ranger, but he was in the episode with me, episode 8, the Dino Fury season, I believe. Yeah.
You had to wait me because I really need to check out this, because if that is the correct answer, César will flop out. César y John me tienen que dar un segundo porque quiero averiguar un dato que ella nos dio, porque es que si lo doy exacto, ustedes van a morir.
¿Cuál?
Can you remember me the name of your friend? I got here the...
Geordie Weber.
Jordi.
I believe he was the Gold Ranger. Yeah.
Ustedes se acuerdan, bueno, aquí los voy a probar. El episodio se llama La Fiebre de Oro. Dice que ambos los Power Rangers y los Galvanas intentan encontrar más información sobre el nuevo misterioso. Claro, cuando aparece el Ranger dorado en esa temporada.
Ranger dorado.
Sí. 3 datos que van a flipar, ultra flipar, porque es más, que pues yo no lo sabía, yo creo que César sí sabía. Uno, que sí, los Power Rangers siempre se han filmado en Nueva Zelanda, siempre. Toca decirle a César, amigo, caballero, bueno, no lo dijiste. 2, ella audicionó 2 veces para ser la Ranger amarilla.
Wow.
3, lo más increíble es que Jordi Weber, o sea, Levi Beston, o sea, el Ranger dorado, es uno de los mejores amigos de ella. O sea, imagínate.
Wow.
Y estuvo en ese, y ¿sabe qué es lo increíble? Que ella también es una fan, porque ella se acuerda, es muy gracioso, ¿no? Yo sé que nosotros pues, ya te queremos mucho, pero pues ya usted sabe cómo recuerda eso. No, ella recuerda exactamente todo, lo de los trajes, recuerda, o sea, fue un episodio muy bueno, creo que tú lo recuerdas, César, el Ranger dorado. Oh,
yo lo vi ayer otra vez.
In fact, César repeat this chapter yesterday. So,
you love Power Rangers. It's beautiful.
Interview, yes. I love Power Rangers.
Yay!
Thank you for this.
Yeah, of course. I wish I had more to tell you. My friend, Amber, I don't know if this season's come out yet, but she just recently shot, she was like the right-hand lady of like the villain lady. I don't know what her character was called, but she was in a lot more episodes than me. So
What friend?
Amber Rose. Yeah, I don't know what her character was called, but she was like the second, like the right-hand henchman of the bad lady. Yeah, the villain.
Wow.
I think in the latest season.
Yes, no, because I'm connecting because I think I know your friend. You got
Amber
the
Rose?
IMDb?
Yeah, I mean,
Send it, please.
I could
Chicos,
quickly pull up a photo of her.
es que Morgan tiene que pasarnos una foto porque ella es la amiga, ella audicionó y va a ser en la nueva temporada de los Power Rangers, va a ser como la Patiño, como dicen en México, de la villana, pero es que si creo que es la actriz que es, vamos a flipar, que es la mejor amiga de ella, ¿no? O sea, imagínate, tiene amigos acá de los, ya podemos decir que ya tenemos a dos personas de los Power Rangers acá.
Claro.
I was trying to find one specifically on Power Rangers, but
oh my God.
But this is her. Do you remember? Has she come out yet? Has that one come out? I assume it has.
Yes.
Wow.
Que si la vemos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She looks like my best female friend. She's
no way.
the same. She's in Hungary. No, you made us. It's crazy. It's too bad that the interview that we made to Jad Guzman is in Spanish. In fact, it's not even in Spanish. It's in Costeño, in the language from the overseas here.
Yeah.
And he didn't tell us that about that it was filmed on New Zealand because sometimes he doesn't feel embarrassed, but he feels that all the people is crazy because I wore in the Power Rangers. Yes, it was the blood one. But he wanna talk more about the career, but we didn't know about. You gave us more info from the Power Rangers.
Secrets.
No, thank you. Gracias. No, aplaudamos. En serio, nos dio más información de los Rangers. No, Morgan, you're amazing. And no, Morgan, you blew my mind today.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Yo sé, tengas. No, in fact, tengo una pregunta. ¿Me la dejan hacer?
Claro.
I want to ask you because it's crazy. I think I watched the series. I know that you made a lot of series. I think I watched the documentary series that you made on history about the
food that built America.
Yes, because I want to know something. Because tell me about this experience. Because when the pandemic strikes, all the things. In fact, no. When I buy my account from Netflix, all the things that I started to watch was all the food documentaries, But tell me what made this different, and because sometimes I think that people tend to overlook this, and I feel that all these documentaries about food are really well done.
Yeah,
they got like philosophy, anthropology. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so actually that one specifically, this is kind of crazy, but I booked it through Instagram. The future, but no, so I did the Making of the Mob Chicago and American Playboy with this producer called Brian Burstein, and he's amazing. And he actually contacted me because he was doing the Food That Built America, and he goes, "You look like Marjorie Merriweather Post. Will you audition for this role?" And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. I love playing real life people because there's so like getting into that research and sort of becoming that person and remembering, especially like period pieces era, you know, I played her from 1920 to 1940 and a businesswoman in the 1920s. Like, how do you carry your shoulders? How do you speak to men? How do you, you know, so this was one of the roles that I really solidly researched on. And I did a lot of research, as much as I possibly could. She was a businesswoman and her father passed away. He started cereals. And then she bought, there's actually so much more to it. And they were thinking about making a film specifically about her that we started working on. I did a couple of voiceovers, but that didn't end up going through, I think, because of the pandemic. But playing the real life person was so much fun because you, like I said, you really get to research it. And I got a lot of beautiful feedback from people who know a lot about her, and they always had really nice things to say. So I felt super humbled that I was to play this American woman that's a huge part of, history, because she funded frozen foods. Like frozen, can you imagine not having frozen food?
I cannot imagine.
Yeah, it's crazy. So she didn't come up with it, but she funded it for this man, Clarence Birdseye, who then created the Birdseye frozen foods, which we have here in America. So I think we have them in New Zealand too.
I feel so happy for making this question. I will translate. Jhon, me siento feliz de hacer la pregunta porque incluso responde una que tú querías saber. Bueno, ella consiguió este rol en el documental de la comida que hizo América, la comida que construyó América, por Instagram, que es una locura, pero hay algo más bacano. El mismo documental que se hizo sobre Playboy y el mismo documental que se hizo sobre la mafia es el mismo productor. Lo que pasa es que ella lo que hizo acá fue interpretar personajes que existieron. Aquí es el caso de Marjorie, que por cierto, pues Marjorie Post fue la persona que vino a inventarse las comidas congeladas. O sea, pero ella la interpretó, que es una locura, por distintas épocas, o sea, de 20, Ella dice que incluso, y eso me tiene triste, es que se estaba pensando hacer una película sobre Marjorie Post, pero por la pandemia se detuvo. We fingers crossed the movie from Marjorie Post. There is a lot of projects that we want.
Fingers crossed going on here.
No, chicos, yo estoy feliz de derecho a pregunta y no sé,
Feliz, yo también.
No, yo estoy más que con todos, estamos contentos. Que por último digas redes sociales, saludos para Colombia, que se viene
a México.
para el futuro. Sí, también para México.
Mire, yo siento
que
yo siento que yo de mi parte le pedí un saludo para mí, yo creo que César también por lo que le digo, de lo que le digo los Power Rangers, pero no, Morgan, the camera is yours. Tell us your social media so people can follow you. If you want to tell something about the projects that are coming, I don't know, Beyond Therapy, A Broken Mother, or Shortcomings, go ahead, what we can expect. If you can reveal something, of course, and a bit hi to Colombia, to Mexico, to the channel. In fact, I want to ask later hi from myself and from Cesar, because yes, I feel so happy to know you. This is not for the favor to salute my Korean friends. No, but you're an angel. Believe me, you're amazing. But go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. No, well, first I'll just say thank you to you guys. I feel very honored to have been interviewed by you guys. I really enjoyed talking to you. I kind of want to keep going. But if anybody wants to follow me, my Instagram is Morgan Bradley 9. And I have a Facebook page, Morgan Bradley, which I hardly ever update, but I should get onto that. And yeah, Road to Boston 1947 should be coming out hopefully this year. And Stolen in Her Sleep / Broken Mother, new name, hopefully will also come out this year, which would be great. And yeah, and hi to everybody in Colombia, Mexico, and all of you guys. Thank you so much. And yeah. Hi, Andreas Castro. My name is Morgan, and I really want you to watch Road to Boston, directed by Kang Ji-kyu. He's an incredible director, and I am looking forward to you seeing it. Oh, Cesar and Jhon, thank you so much for your time, and I hope that the little secrets were good, and maybe in a couple of years when I've done more, we can talk again and do another interview, and I'll have more secrets for you.
I hope that the next time we talk, you tell us about the movie from Marjorie Post, that you repeat working with the director from the Aerialist, that you made the movie about the goddess of war, and more. And of course that you say hi to your friend, and we hope that she became the villainess in the Power Rangers.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much. Yay, gracias. Thank you guys so much. It was really fun. It seriously was so fun talking to you.
And I don't feel bad because I was feeling so embarrassed yesterday with Ron, but no, now I feel more happy.
Oh, don't worry about it. Ron's chill. He's Australian. He'll be like, he wouldn't have even noticed.
No, if I send a hi to Ron later,
I
Ron,
will, yeah.
And tell it that you, no, yesterday was amazing because Jhon really asked about Ron, I don't know. Sometimes people want to ask Ron about the Narnia. No, Jhon, in fact, I want to congratulate Jhon. Jhon, te felicito por la entrevista de Ron, because he asked about the more secret and dark projects that he made. And it was like an homage, because Ron is, for us, is like a very underrated actor. He's amazing. He has done a lot of things, a lot of movies, and he needs, if he gets recognition, he needs more recognition. And it was beautiful because it was from, and we got people, what Jim Blalot, he's the director from an amazing documentary that is called 7 Days in Mexico. And he's now making his first full-length movie, but he has done a lot. He's like a co-director in the horror genre.
Yeah.
And they show respect to the work from both. It was beautiful. It was, I didn't know you, but no, it was beautiful. It was crazy, but beautiful. No, okay, I let you go. Bye-bye.
Like I said, I've been fine chatting. It's so fun. Thank you guys so much. And I hope you all stay happy and healthy. And this year is super abundant for you guys, and you have heaps of interviews and heaps of amazing work coming up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.